theory. A scientific theory about the Fermi paradox. You can look up what the Fermi paradox is if you don't know what it is. Real quick explanation. The Fermi paradox is, you know, with the vast amount of time that the universe has existed, you know, we've determined through our calculations, scientifically. We wonder why there isn't just this like crazy amount of like alien spaceships and shit flying around. Why there isn't like this crazy amount of activity there. And there's a lot of good theories behind why you don't see that going on in space, just given distance and all sorts of other shit. But I mean, you'd think regardless, like somebody would just conquer, right? And like, you know, like we do, and just fucking take over like fucking space and just control like this crazy amount of power, you know, and harness like stars for energy and all sorts of shit. My theory is that science, as we know it now, and as we view it now, is not the path to the future. What? Oh. And other beings have realized that. And there's so many obstacles to get in the way of you trying to do that. It would only be a fucking satanic suicide mission to fly out in space and just try to fly to another star. Holy shit. I mean, like, I don't know. It's pretty wild. You can look that shit up. People think that like that's gonna be positive sense. It's just not gonna happen. You're not gonna fly to another fucking star or Mars or the moon. You won't even get to go to the moon in your lifetime. I bet money. We haven't even gone back to the fucking moon. Did we ever go to the moon? Is it that fucking hard? If we went there in like 100 years ago, what the fuck? Shit. I know it wasn't 100 years ago. Okay? I'm just saying that given technology's not advancing, that's an illusion. Everything getting more convenient is only a bad thing. It only makes you dumber, and it makes you less receptive. It makes you more receptive to other people's bullshit, and makes you less likely to come up with your own ideas. You know, if somebody's spoon feeding you applesauce all day, what the fuck what do you need to do anything else for? I mean, I don't know. But yeah, so I just think that maybe other beings have realized, hey, there's other planes of existence beyond this, maybe, which is like kind of what, you know, string theory is like, oh, there's all sorts of other universes and blah, 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 blah. Whatever theory you want to fucking, it goes nowhere. Science has no ends. Like, there's not one end that science has met yet. And that's just how anything else is, other than like a solid spiritual foundation. Or just, you know, just believing in something like that. If you don't have that, then you don't, what else are you doing? Seriously, like what the fuck else are you doing? It's a damn shame that these scientific types don't realize that what they're pursuing has no end. And I understand like the significance of it, and I understand that like you need to do it to an extent, but to make that your life and to say that like, oh well, look at all this, God can't be real, look at all this science, what the fuck is that? There was no more or less science before. And people for hundreds of thousands of years have been worshiping gods. And you're just gonna stop right now because you think you know some shit? You think you found something out? Because you found some new piece of fucking information that somebody hasn't found yet? That's probably gonna get disproven here in about fucking 6 minutes? Great. Good for you. Nobody cares. You're not gonna realize it until you're like, you know, moments away from death, or you know, somebody tells you you're terminally ill, and it's gonna be too late for you to go searching for your, you know, what your soul needs to do before you die. You're just gonna be worried about fucking black holes. Black holes. I spent my life studying a black hole, a hole that light couldn't even escape from, instead of searching for my soul and healing my soul. I was playing around in the old black hole. Stop digging around in the black holes. That shit's important. Unless you're fucking Albert fucking Einstein, which there hasn't been one of those in a long time. It's been a while since there's been an Albert Einstein. I can't remember the last one. I mean, you're talking some real deal science here. But my scientific theory is that science just isn't the, and obviously you don't think they could have went in that direction before? You know, the Roman people were like that, but they still worshipped gods and believed that. And there has to be tons of civilizations that have been destroyed, or even all the ones that have been hidden and destroyed from history. All the ones that were more advanced than us right now, and we don't realize it because we think we're stuck in this mindset that we have some technologically advanced society. When I see, okay, people that work on the roads are like digging up fucking like streets, and they're not fixed. They're just digging them up and fucking them up, and then they're working on it for like a few days out of the week. And then they're fucking going and going 2 streets over and doing the same thing and digging up everything, and then just leaving the streets. Like, I can't drive down half the fucking streets in my fucking town right now because they're all dug up and there's signs up that keep me from crossing. And I mean, that's crazy to me. And you know, because like back when I was a kid, if something was under construction, it was under construction for 2 fucking seconds, and then it was fixed and it was done and it was nice for a while. For a little bit at least. Not really even that nice. If that's happening, and then at the same time, they're putting up these street lights. They took down all the old street lights that had like they had 4 lights. Yeah, they had a green arrow, they had a green light, a yellow light, and a red light, okay? Now these new lights, they have 5 lights. They have a yellow arrow that flashes, they have a green arrow, they have a yellow, green, and red light. And the signs that they posted next to these signs, they used to say left turn, yield on green. That has never been an obstacle for my mind to figure out what that meant. It's Whenever the light's green, if I see that there's no fucking cars coming, I can go. But they have a green light too. I understand what that means. And it's if you can't understand that, you shouldn't be driving a fucking car on the road. That's fucking dangerous. So what I'm getting at, camel filters. Nothing beats a nice camel. I'd walk a mile for a camel, whatever the fucking guy said. Anyway, so yeah. Yeah, these new signs that they posted, they don't say left turn yield on green, which is like left turn yield on green. 5 fucking words, okay? These new signs they posted have at least 9 fucking words, like 12 words, dude. I'm not even fucking playing with you. There's like 12, 16, 48 words on this fucking sign, okay? And I'm not even exaggerating when I say there's like 9 or 12. It says left turn yield when yellow flashing arrow. Yes, left turn yield when yellow arrow is flashing, or some shit like that. And I was like, what the fuck? And they took down the old shit to put up that shit, which obviously it can't be like, there's no reason for it. They weren't like broken. It's just like they were like, oh, people aren't getting what left turn yield on green means. Nobody was getting in wrecks there. If people were getting in wrecks there, man, oh my goodness. Then we need to we need to stop giving everybody a license. Then we need to start like giving people some, a little more serious driving tests, going through like a couple of those, making sure people go through a left turn yield on green in their driving instructor, blah, 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 and their hours behind the wheel with their parents. Make sure your kid goes through a left turn yield on green sign. It's a pretty common one, and it's not that fucking hard to understand. And I don't even think you fucking need that. I don't think you need any of that shit. You should be able to understand how the road works, but God, fuck. Anyway. That's where we're at, though, in technology. That's what we're doing. I have those signs being put up right now in 2022. Late 2020, it's almost fucking 2023. So there's no excuse. There's no going to the fucking moon. There's no going to Mars. There's no going to another fucking solar system. That is not the answer. Running away to another solar system is not the answer. You're going to die. And that's scary. But you need to heal and cleanse your soul before you do. So you're at peace with yourself when you do die, and you can progress and move on and go to the next fucking dimension, to heaven, to whatever you want to call it, to the next plane of existence. Beyond this, better than this. Here, on this plane of existence, this is the lowest fucking plane of existence you could possibly be on. You have to kill shit to fucking survive. You literally have to murder things to fucking live. Okay? You have to end something's life, whether it's a plant or a fucking animal. And you gotta end its life in order for you to sustain life. That is crazy. You have to murder. You have to fucking kill. Regardless of whatever you're doing. Something that people don't even have to fucking deal with. They don't have to grow anything. They don't even have to grow anything, even if that's an option. Even if you grew it yourself. But you still have to literally stop something from fucking living. You have to feed on something that was alive in order to eat. You have to devour something else animalistically. So This is the lowest plane of existence you could possibly fucking be on. You need to get out of here. You know? If you believe that you're like, your body's gonna be recycled or whatever, then you're probably gonna be another person again someday. And you don't want that. You wanna be able to move on if you can. You want your soul to move on, to go do something else, and not waste another spin on this planet, because it gets harder and fucking harder every time. All this technology and all this shit is just a distraction to keep you from worrying about spiritually finding out who you are and why you're here. That's a problem. It's easy to get caught. The society is ran by evil. It's easy to get caught up in the evil, and I mean, I just feel like there's our ancestors, you know, felt like they had some kind of way out of there, and all of the religions have something wrong with them, but I think that was all imposed by some person that was influenced by some like evil force. That is every religion on the planet, and they're all so similar that they can't be just completely dismissed. They're just as valid as any scientific theory that you have. Just as valid. Invincible. They're immortal to being disproven. Which is special. Like, I mean, there's a reason for that. I don't know. Think about it.